Hello everyone, welcome back to Jay's Marketing Consult, where we make marketing simple, practical, and also lovely. In episode 2, we explored how consumers think, why they buy what they buy. We realized that consumers go through several stages before a purchase is being made. Now, it is time to learn how marketers respond strategically using the marketing mix, that is, the famous 4Ps and 7Ps of marketing. Remember, in our first lesson, we said marketing is not all about buying and selling or advertisement, but also that's just one part of it. Marketing is like cooking a good Ghanaian jollof rice. It is not just the rice or the sauce or the meat, but rather it is everything working together in the right mix. That is what we call the marketing mix. And today we are diving deep into the differences between the classic 4Ps and the modern 7Ps of marketing. By the end of this video, you will not only know what they are, but rather how to apply them, whether you are running a small business, managing brand, or studying marketing. Fast forward, let's consider the various sections. In section 1, we have the foundation, that is the 4Ps of marketing. You might have probably heard of the 4Ps of marketing, which is product, price, place, and promotion. But you might be wondering why 4Ps and not something else, and even who came up with such idea. Well, in the 1960s, Edmond Jerome McCarthy introduced the 4Ps of marketing. His motive was to create a simple and organized framework that helped marketers plan, execute, and evaluate their marketing strategies more effectively. The reason behind his motive was to simplify marketing strategy. You know, before McCarthy, marketing ideas were scattered and lacked structure. He wanted a clear, easy to understand model that summarized what every business must consider when marketing a product or service. Think about Neil Borden in 1950. A marketing scholar who talked about the marketing mix. He had a broad list of factors a business could control to influence consumer demand. Borden's mix included about 12 elements, such as branding, packaging, distribution, and personal selling. McCarthy then sat down and realized that no, marketers need something simple and easy to use strategy. So he then categorized Borden's idea into 4 structures. The 4Ps served as a checklist for marketers, helping them think about everything that affects customer satisfaction. He talked about what to offer, which is the product, how much to charge, which talks about the price, where to sell it, the place as usual, and how to communicate it. He also talks about to balance company and customer needs. McCarthy then believed that effective marketing should satisfy both the company's goals, that is the profit and growth, and also the customer's needs. Here we are talking about the value, convenience, and satisfaction. The 4Ps help marketers to achieve that balance. He also then emphasized on making a structured discipline. His model made marketing more scientific and teachable, allowing students, managers, and researchers to analyze and compare strategies consistently. Now that we know the short story about it, let's start with it one after the other. First, we are going to take a look at products. Here we are talking about what you are offering. The product is the foundation of every marketing strategy. It is what you are actually offering to meet the needs or solve their problems. A product isn't limited to physical goods. It also includes service, experience, or even ideas. What matters most is the value it provides to people. A good marketer looks beyond the product features and focuses on what it means to customers. This includes the design, quality, packaging, and the emotion it creates. For example, Kasapreko Alomo's bitters wasn't just a herbal drink. It became a symbol of African pride and identity, appealing to cultural values and social belongings. In essence, your product should tell a story, fulfill a purpose, and leave customers feeling that they made the right choice. When the product truly connects with people, promotion becomes easier and loyalty naturally flows. Let me give you this tip. If you are a marketer, always ask yourself, what problem does my product or your product solve? And what emotion does it trigger? If it doesn't trigger any emotion, stay calm and then test the system, test the market, assess yourself, and see how your products can solve the problem of the customers. Now, moving on, we talk about price. Here we are emphasizing on what customers give in an exchange. Here we talk about the sacrifice. Price is more than just a number on a tag. It is a reflection of how much value customers believe they are getting. It is one of the most powerful elements of marketing because it directly affects both sales and perception. Setting the right price means finding a balance between what customers are willing to pay and what ensures profit for the business. Take note, a price that is too high can scare customers away, while one that is too low might make them question the product's quality. Smart pricing considers factors like production cost, competition, target market, and brand positioning. For instance, Apple doesn't just price its product based on cost. It prices them to reflect innovation, quality, and status. In the same way, a local brand like Kasapreko uses pricing to show that Alomo Bitters is a premium but yet accessible product, one that connects culture with affordability. In short, price sends a message. It tells customers how valuable your product is, and when set wisely, it builds both trust and loyalty. You might have this in mind. Your price must reflect what customers feel your brand is worth, not just your cost of production. The next step we talk about is the place, how and where you deliver your value. This matters most. Place is all about making your product available and accessible to customers at the right time, in the right location, and in the most convenient way. It is not just about physical shops or shelves, but rather it is about accessibility and convenience. Customers don't want to go through strict and complex transactions. A great product and a fair price mean little if people can easily find or get it. That is why businesses carefully plan their distribution channels, whether through retail stores, online platforms, wholesalers, or direct delivery. The goal is to make the buying process as smooth and effortless as possible. Using this same Kasapreko, they ensure that Alomo Bitters is found not only in bars and restaurants, but also in local shops, supermarkets, and export markets across Africa. This wide distribution helps them stay visible, available, and relevant wherever their customers are. Also, FanMilk didn't wait for people to come to them. They brought the product to the street. Those bicycles with cool boxes became symbols of accessibility, and also you can find them in traffic jams. In today's world, place also includes digital space, website apps, and social media shops. That is where customers can browse and buy without leaving home. Ultimately, place is about being present wherever your audience is. The easier it is for customers to reach your product, the stronger your market presence becomes. If you are a businessman, go where your customers already are. If your audience is on Instagram, be there. If they prefer delivery, make it easy. Moving on to our last step of the 4Ps, we talk about promotion. How you tell your story. Promotion is the voice of your brand. It is how you tell people about your product, why it matters, and why they should choose it. It involves all the ways a business communicates value to its audience, from advertisement and public relations to social media campaigns, influencer marketing, and word of mouth. The goal of promotion isn't just to make noise, but to build connection and trust. It is about crafting a message that resonates with people's emotion, talking about their needs and aspiration. When promotion is done right, it turns ordinary products into memorable experience. I wouldn't use any example, but rather with a focus on Kasapreko. Why? Because Kasapreko promoted Alomo bitters not just as a drink, but as a symbol of strength, culture, and pride. They use music, events, and community stories to make it part of people's identity. Effective promotion blends creativity with strategy. It also keeps customers informed, engaged, and inspired to take action, whether that means trying the product, sharing it with others, or becoming loyal advocates. Let me put it in short. Promotion breathes life into your product. It is what transforms awareness into excitement and interest into loyalty. Businessmen should promote emotions, not just features. Let your audience see themselves in your message. Now, after we have known the 4Ps, let's quickly move on to the section 2, which talks about the evolution of the 7Ps, that is the modern marketing. When Edmund Jerome McCarthy first introduced the 4Ps of marketing in 1960, the model was mainly designed for traditional goods-based businesses, that was industries that sold physical products like food, clothing, or electronics. At that time, marketing focused mostly on what companies produced and how they sold it. However, as the world changed, especially from the 1970s onward, the economy started shifting from manufacturing to services. More businesses were offering intangible experience like banking, education, healthcare, tourism, and consultancy services. These services required a different kind of marketing approach because, unlike products you can't see, touch, or store a service. To address this issue, two British marketing scholars, that is Booms and Bitney, expanded McCarthy's 4Ps in 1981, crafting what we now call the 7Ps of the marketing mix. They added three new elements, that is people, process, and physical evidence to better capture the uniqueness challenge of service marketing. Now let's start with the first one, people. That is the human touch behind the brand. People are the heart and soul of your marketing experience. They include everyone involved in delivering your product or services, from employees and salespeople to customer service agents and even loyal customers who promote your brand. The way your people interact with customers can make or break trust. Friendly, knowledgeable, and professional staff create positive experience that keep customers coming back. For example, when you walk into a shop and the attendant greets you warmly and helps you choose the right product, that's good marketing in action and not just good manners, although the person might have manners. In short, your people are your living brand ambassadors. Their attitude, skills, and behavior shape how customers see your business. If you are a marketer, train your people to deliver experience, not just service. A single rude staff member can destroy brand trust. As a manager, make sure you get your staffs at heart. Think about them, treat them well so they can feel at home. The workplace shouldn't be isolated, but rather a place of shared ideas and comfort, because most people spend their time at the workplace. The next we talk about the process, the journey that leads to satisfaction. Process refers to the system and steps that ensures customers get what they want smoothly and efficiently. It covers everything from ordering, payment, and delivering to after-sales service. A well-designed process makes customers' lives easier and builds their confidence in your brand. Example, like imagine ordering food online and it arrives hot, fresh, and on time. That is the power of a smooth process. But if it's delayed or confusing, customers quickly lose trust. In marketing, the goal is to create a process that feels simple, reliable, and consistent so customers enjoy every part of their experience with your brand. Audit your customers' journey. Every step must be simple, clear, and satisfying. The last step, we have the physical evidence. That is the tangible proof of your brand's quality. Physical evidence is the tangible side of your brand. The visible clues that shows customers your business is real, trustworthy, and professional. It includes things like packaging, store design, website layout, branding materials, receipts, and even staff's uniform. For services-based businesses, physical evidence is especially important because customers can't touch the service before buying it. These physical elements help them judge quality and credibility. For example, when you visit a clean, well branded, with neat menus and friendly staff at a restaurant, it instantly gives you confidence in the food you are about to enjoy. In short, physical evidence creates the first impression that shapes how people perceive your brand before they even try your product. That is why when you enter into barbering shop recently, they make sure that they put on the best in terms of decorating the salons, so that when you go to that salon, you will have fun and see that no, this place is perfect place for me. So as a tip for marketers, your brand's appearance speaks before you do. From packaging to your website, make it clean, consistent, and confident. Now moving on to section 4, section 3, we talk about the 4 P's versus the 7 P's. That is the key differences of these two. Now first we have aspect. For the 4 P's, the 4 P's focus mainly on tangible product, that is things you can't touch, hold, and sell. It is about getting the right product to the right person at the right price. And the 7Ps also talks about it shifts the focus to service and experience. What people feel when they interact with the brand. It is about emotion, trust, and value beyond the product itself. We also have the customer role. With the 4Ps, it says that in the old 4Ps world, the customer was a passive buyer. The product that is you produce, they just purchase it. In the 7Ps world, the customer is an active participant. Their opinions, feedback, and emotions shape your brand. It is no longer just marketing to people, it is marketing with them. Also, we have goal. The goal of the 4Ps was simple, that is, sell more and make profit. It was about moving products off the shelves. And the 7Ps aim to build relationship and loyalty. It is about make customers stay, come back, and even recommend you to others. So these are some of the differences, the key differences between the 4Ps and the 7Ps of marketing. We have plenty of these differences. You can learn them on your own, or also you can just pick some of these in terms of you doing research or studying marketing. You can just emphasize on this major 5. Now from there, we talk about why marketing matters most. But before we move on to this, we need to simplify the differences. The 4Ps teach us how to sell products. They are the logic behind marketing. The 7Ps teach us how to create experience, which is the other emotion behind marketing. You need both to succeed. One gives you a solid business plan, and the other helps you build real human connection and interaction. The 4Ps make people notice you, whilst the 7Ps make them love you. Why you must master both? You can't choose between the 4Ps and the 7Ps. They work best together. The 4Ps give you the strategic foundation of marketing, understanding what you are offering, how to price it, where to place it, and how to promote it. These are the logical building blocks that every marketer needs. But in today's world, logic alone isn't enough. Customers don't just buy product, as I just said in the second slide. They buy experience, emotion, and connection. That is where the 7Ps come in. They add the human touch, focusing on the people behind the brand, the process that deliver value, and the physical evidence that build trust. To be a great marketer, you must blend both perspectives, the logic of the 4Ps and the emotion of the 7Ps. Together, they help you design strategies that are not only smart and structured, but also meaningful and memorable for your audience. Mastering both means you understand both the science and the soul of marketing. So that is the difference between the 4Ps and 7Ps. One build marketing and the other humanize it. As an entrepreneur or small starter, the Ps guide you in building your business from the ground up. The 4Ps help you decide what products to offer, how much to charge, where to sell, and how to promote it. The extra 3Ps remind you that success also depends on how you treat people, how your business runs, and what impression your brand leaves. As a marketer, the Ps are your strategy toolkit. They help you analyze the market, understand customer behavior, and position your product effectively. You can test different combinations like adjusting price or changing promotion methods to see what attracts more customers. Whether you are a solo entrepreneur, a marketing student, or leading a growing company, mastering the P's of marketing gives you a map for smart decision making. They help you stay focused, creative, and customer driven, no matter your size or the budget. If this video helped you see marketing differently, drop a like, subscribe, and share with anyone learning marketing or building a brand. In the next episode, we will dive into market segmentation and targeting, how to find your exact audience and speak their language. Stay tuned.